you for joining us from all around the world. As you know, Success and Money Foundation is a nonprofit educational foundation. We teach kids, teens, young adults, and adults about success and money because most likely you didn't learn it in school. And we want to be a resource for schools, churches, charities, anybody that is interested that needs help. We want to be able to help them do that. So that's why the foundation was created. Our purpose is very simple: free success and money classes for anyone, anywhere. And we have three missions. Mission one is to provide financial rewards for students when they attend class. Now, when you get a financial reward, it's important and it's required that you put it into some kind of an investment account. Why? Because when you start putting things in investment accounts, your brain changes. Everything changes. You think differently. Now you're an investor, not just a consumer. You look at things differently. When you look at an iPhone and say, gosh, that's an expensive iPhone. As a consumer, you say, that's an expensive iPhone. But when you're an owner, you go, that's expensive. I love it. They're making money and I make more money. When you look at McDonald's, you see all these people lined up for McDonald's and you go, gosh, look at all these people in McDonald's. I'm a consumer. But if you own McDonald's, you go, that's awesome. Look, I own a little bit of McDonald's. That's why it's so important that we teach you about investing. Now, we want to talk to you specifically about Gcash and Ginvest. This is one that many of you are not aware of. Now, we don't care what kind of investment account you use. It doesn't matter to us. We have nothing to do with it. There's no rewards to us or anything. We just know it's important for you to be able to do. So many people around the world in North America, they use Robinhood, because that's an easy one for them to use, or Fidelity or Schwab or whatever it is. That's all great and good. In many places around the world, we use GoTrade because you can invest in US stocks. And that's one of the things that we really loves to do that. Now, Ginvest or Gcash, most people have a Gcash account, which is one of the easy ways that people move money around the world using their phone. There's also a little place where you can start investing with Ginvest. So when you open up your account, your Gcash account, then you can see that you have quite a few different options there. And one of those options is to be able to do Ginvest. Now, there's three kinds of investments that you can do, three kinds of big buckets that you can do. Number one, remember, we talked about the roller coaster versus the merry-go-round. So what's the difference in that? Well, the real estate and the stock market is a little bit more like a roller coaster. It can go up, it can go down. And it's all about supply and demand. How many people are buying it versus how many people are selling it. But over time, with inflation or appreciation, if we own it, we appreciate it. So it's appreciating in value. As it goes up, that's what our goal is. Remember, step number one is to make more money. Number two is to separate it. Three, you got to give some of it away. Number four is to automatically invest, This is the most important key to everything we teach, is to get money set aside and get those money trees planted, get them growing and start growing an orchard of money trees. Okay, that's number four. Number five, of course, is to save and spend. Now, when you put money away, the wealth formula is very simple. We do that on a weekly, monthly basis. Every time you make money, we want that to go into an investment account. As I mentioned yesterday, we have two special needs children, and I got involved in a network marketing company with our next guest that is going to be talking. And we're both big believers in network marketing. If you do it right, to tell you the truth, you just got to learn how to do it right. And we did very well, but it took a long time to build it. It took a long time to grow those money trees, but they have been kicking out fruit now for 25 years. Every week, a check automatically gets deposited into my special needs children's account. And when it comes into that account, what do we do with it? Well, we put it into Berkshire Hathaway stock and other stock. So you put money in weekly, monthly, whenever you can, and do that over time. You got to do it over time and then have it go up in value. Now, in order to do that, many of you need a side hustle. And as you do a side hustle, some people take that money and they put it at the very top of their funnel to make more money. Some people take that and put it right down into the wealth formula. That's what I've done, is I put it right down into the wealth formula. So that's how we talked about that. But the key is to get those investment accounts open. Now, many of you that are getting started are having an issue with getting that investment account open because you don't have enough money, or you don't have a valid system or something else, valid ID or something else. So what we want to talk to you about is two different options to do. Now, all of you have a Gcash account if you are in some of the foreign countries. When you're in that foreign country, you can simply put that into Ginvest. Now, there's three types of really kind of buckets you can put it in. One is the roller coaster, which is what we call equities or stocks. Okay, that's one way. That is more aggressive. So you'll see right here, it says aggressive. Then you have one that's more moderate, kind of in the middle, kind of mixture. And then the bottom one is the merry-go-round. It's bonds. A bond is a loan. So when you think bond, just change the name to loan. We're loaning money to countries, to corporations, to schools. We're loaning money, and as they pay that back, they give us a rate of return. When you put money into your savings account, you're loaning money to the bank. The problem is they're not paying you much. So when you think of that, equities and stocks and aggressive is more like the roller coaster. Okay. Now, my kids, when I was younger, I rode every roller coaster possible. When I took my kids to Disneyland, they rode everything. The bigger, the faster, the better. I got on the merry-go-round. I got a scooter because I've had some back issues, and I am in a different place in my life. So that's why that's so important. So when you get your money, you can come into here and you can start with either, let's take a look at the top two right there. One says aggressive and the other one says aggressive, the top two. So the Philippine Stock Index, for example, or the multi-asset, both of those are equities. Those are stocks that you can invest in. Now, the advantage of being able to use the Ginvest is that you can start with as little as 50 pesos. I don't care how big your seed is, money seed is, I just want you to start investing and using it. And so you can start with a little bit of money. That's the key to this. And you can put it into the stocks or you can put it into bonds. The flip side of that is Go Trade. Now, Go Trade, you need a little bit more money. When you get started in Go Trade, the very first time you open it, you need to have at least $5, about 250 pesos, to be able to fund it the first time you open it up. And if you don't do that, then you need about $10, or around 500 to 570 pesos to do it if you do it later. The advantage of Go Trade is that you can buy US stocks. And again, I'm going to tell you what we do. I'm not telling you what you should do, but you should. I buy Berkshire Hathaway stock. Berkshire Hathaway stock we've owned for 15 to 8, probably 20 years. And that stock is in the foundation. So what founded and funded this foundation was real estate and stock. And, all the other small businesses that we've done that's helped to be able to do that. Okay, so that's why Go Trade is so good, is because you can use other things. You can invest in US stocks. You can buy the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in America. You can buy Berkshire Hathaway. You can buy individual stocks. And I think it's fun for you to buy individual stocks. But let me just warn you, the place where I've lost more money in the stock market is me picking and choosing. I thought I was smarter than Warren Buffett, and for about 2 years I was. And then the tide turned, and he's just kicked my trash. But it was fun. I had fun with it, but I lost a lot of money doing it. So most of you, what you should be doing, my big takeaway is that you do number one, make more money. Figure out how to make more money. Do your side hustle and get those things going on. Get that money in down to number 4, get it down into the wealth formula. Of $100 that you've got there, put most of it into Berkshire Hathaway and the S&P 500. And then with the remaining amount, if you want to pick and choose, you can do that as well. When you go to the Ginvest, you can put it into the Philippine Index, which is a basket of different stocks, kind of like the S&P 500, but these are ones that are all in the Philippines. And there's nothing wrong with that. The great part is that you can start with a small amount of money. Now, you'll notice the last year it's gone down. Is it good or bad if the stock market goes down? Well, the goal is to be able to buy on a weekly, monthly basis. And we actually want it to go down because we can buy more shares. Do not be what you didn't make or you didn't lose money depending on week to week, because you still have the same number of shares, just the value of those shares is gone. What we do want is we want it to be worth more money in 5 to 10 years from now. Now, with that being said, the investment account, the reason is because it's easy to get you started. You all need to have small businesses. You all need to have side hustles. You need to do real estate. You need to do all these other things as well. I don't have just one orchard of money trees. I don't have just one money tree. I have a whole orchard of real estate money trees. I have a whole orchard of stock money trees. I have a whole orchard of investments and things like that. So that's why that is so important for you to be able to do. Now, when you go to the site, you can go to the successandmoneyfoundation.org and then simply go /investment-account. Or you can do it as a pull down. So I'm going to take the screen for just a second, if that's all right. And I'm going to show you briefly some new things that we've got on here that you can use to help you with your investing. So when you come to the site itself, and you can see here's the leaderboards that we have, which are wonderful. And I want to congratulate all you people for doing such a great job this week. But then you come here to courses, and there's one right here that says how to open an investment account. So when you click on it, this is the shortcut, but again, it goes right there to the investment dash account. But this will show you, there's a couple of videos here that Daryl and I did. There's a 30-minute video and a 7-minute video on how to open them and how to get them funded. And again, in order to receive a reward from us, you need to show proof that you have one of these and that you've invested, you've pulled the trigger. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you have money in your Gcash account. If you don't buy something on the Ginvest side, then it doesn't work for us. Okay, so that's why that is so important. Now, in closing, I want to congratulate some people today. It's all part of the way that you can earn money for your investment accounts. Number one is the referral rewards. Well, number one is just being here. By being in this class today, you can earn an attendance reward. When you get that reward, you got to put it in your investment account. You've got to show me that you've got an investment account, and you got to show me that it's open. Now, why am I so hard on this? And I apologize for being such a hard nose, because there's never a good time to get started. All right. There's never a good time. There's always a reason why you can't do it. I'm too young. I'm too old. I don't make too much. I don't make enough money. I have debts that are going someplace else. Whatever it is, there's always massive reasons why you don't get started. The key, though, is to be opposite of that and say, I'm going to plant this little money seed, and I'm going to start watering it because I want to grow a money tree. If you planted an apple seed, you'd get an apple tree. Now, that apple tree isn't going to be overnight. It's going to take years to build that tree. But after it's up, it's going to produce fruit for you for many, many years. So part of the reward system is for being here today, the referral rewards. You look at the last 7 days, and we're going to give you the links here in just a minute towards the end of the class. But if you click on the last 7 days, you can see, hey, I'm in number one. I've been sharing this. I shared this as they were taking blood from me the other day. I was talking to a student. I was showing off my exotic cars, and a student asked me what I did, and I talked to him, and I gave him free membership. All of you have the free membership. You simply come to your name, and then where it says referral link, after you've logged in, click on the referral link, and you can see there is mine right there. And I've copied this, I put it into my contacts so it's easy for me to find. And I just pull it up and I text it to him. And then I did something very important. I said, okay, open it up, click on the button, put in your first name, last name, a display name, and a password. And then I'm going to show you how to join one of the groups. So that's how we share the wealth. That's the way that this goes. You know, we talk about whose foundation is this? It's not my foundation. It's our foundation. I'm just the guy with my wife that had the crazy idea to build it. But you're the ones that are making it work. You're the ones that are sharing the wealth. You're the ones that are telling other people. You're the ones that are making this happen. You know, I know people say, well, I want to be able to just go share this on social media. Well, the reality is if you have 100 friends on social media, Facebook is only going to share that with probably 4 or 5 people, and they're probably not going to see it. I would rather have one person that I text the link to and then follow up with them than 200 people, supposed friends on Facebook that I send out a link to. It just isn't cooperating. If you'll do it on a one-on-one basis, you'll have such more success. Okay, so that's the big part right there. Now, also as part of the courses, we've done something really fun for you, is that we have all the video courses, but we've created it so when you go to the class just to learn about your investment account, you can actually earn points for that. which is awesome. Here's the Earn While You Learn courses. As you go through those, we're going to send out a reward. And today is Thursday. So with Thursday, we're going to give you about a half hour after class, and then we're going to cut it off because we have to start processing it. And I want to thank my good friend Daryl for helping us with this, because it takes hours and hours and hours, probably by the time we do all this, probably 5-6 hours just to be able to do the mechanics behind it. But this is a way that you can earn money for your investment account, is simply go through these Earn While You Learn courses. So there's 3 ways: come to class, referral rewards, and of course the Earn While You Learn. We've added one new thing here, which is our podcast. So we have a Success and Money podcast now. So not only we do these live, but we also do them as a podcast that you can come on and click and be able to listen to yourself and get points. But what is so cool about it is that we've made it so easy for you to be able to share the wealth. So if you come here to successmoneyfoundation.org/share-the-wealth, it's going to take you to another page here. And when it comes to this page, you have the ability to simply share some of the best classes. For example, here's our 100,000 celebration. If you're logged into Facebook, you can simply come down here and click on share on Facebook, and it'll pop it right up, and you can write a note. I would suggest that you write something about the foundation, how it's made a difference in your life. And then in the comment section, go down in the comment section and say, if you would like to get a free membership, put your link there, not so much into the post itself. But you can also come down here and say, hey, I want to text it to somebody. So you simply click on copy here, copy post link, and now it put it into your clipboard. And then you just simply open up your text or messenger and then paste it right in. But you can see we have these wonderful classes that we have here. We have some of the best classes here, and we've got Darren in the house today, who's coming up next. We're celebration, and we have Robert Allen's class that's here. So when you find these wonderful classes, you've got a couple options. You can simply come here to the Share the Wealth link right here and be able to share it with social media or copy the link. That's an easy way to do it. But if you've got a great podcast, here's the new podcast that we've just got up, and this is brand new. You simply put in podcast, and I think it's with an S. And here's some of the great podcasts that we've done that are on Spotify and iHeartRadio and all the rest of them. And I want to thank my good friend Kurt Mortensen for making this all happen. But we have all these wonderful podcasts that we do after we do one of our classes. And so let's say you're coming down here and you really want to listen to Werner Berger. Oh, he's awesome. I want to share this with a friend. So you simply come down here and say, copy the podcast. Now it's on your clipboard. You open up a brand new window and paste it in, and that's how you share it, okay? Or you can share it in different ways. You can email it or whatever you want to do. So that's the one right there, .org/podcasts. Now, next week, we're going to set up a little bit different system onto the Zoom class. So it's going to ask you to register because it's going to be easier for you to be able to log in. If you register, it's going to be your first name, last name, is about it, and an email address, because it'll be so much easier for us to help process the rewards by adding that one thing. So starting next week, it's going to ask you simply to be able to put in your information. And then after that, it should be cookied right in, and you won't have to do much with it afterwards. Okay. All right. So that's the main thing that we've got today. So if you are if you're one of the top referrers, and let's see who the top referrers for the week are. And we're going to sort that by referrals. I'm the number one this week. And so, Kyson, you got to send me money. Or Daryl, you got to send me money. Now, you'll notice I've got 6 brand new people this week, but my whole team hasn't done much this week. So it doesn't do much good to enroll somebody if they don't have hours. Okay. So you can see that we have all these people right here that have enrolled somebody, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, the first thing is to get them the referral. Number 2 is to get them hooked so that they start watching the videos and going to class. And again, so that they can start earning the referral rewards. That's kind of the key of what we're doing. And I'm so grateful for every one of you for helping us make this happen. You know, you guys are the ones that are making it happen. We built the system, but we've gone over 100,000 hours. We've got 7,600 students, and they've all come basically in the last 14, 15 months. And the only way that we can really change somebody's world is to study successful people and do like they do. Do like they do. How do they manage their money? How do they invest? How do they start small businesses? How do they make more money? How do they treat their customers? Study what they do. Just do what they do and then do what they do. You know, I had the privilege of having a wonderful father that was 4 days older than Warren Buffett. And listen to those two talk, they're very, very similar in their philosophies and what they teach. And that's what I've tried to do is to be like them. And again, I don't have nearly the zeros, and it doesn't matter how many zeros you got behind you. It doesn't matter. It's the systems you use and the strategies you use. All right, so that's what we've got for today. I'm so excited to be able to bring on our next guest, my good friend, Mr. Daryl Falter, who I've known for many, 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 many years. He's a wonderful man that is really caring. He's a great guy. And we're going to bring him back in the house, and we're going to do something. We're going to talk about something that's very dear to my heart, which is about training and teaching loved ones about money and helping them get off and get going. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thank